Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning. Glad you're waking up with us here on a Thursday morning. And so far, things have been pretty quiet out there on the roadways. And that's what we like to see. Our news trackers, though, out and about this morning, making sure you're up to date on everything happening on the roadways.
It is back to school for another school district today.
Kingfisher going back to school today. We're wishing all of our Kingfisher families a great school year.
And make sure you send us those pictures. We like back to school pictures, and we like Megan Gold, too, this morning. Megan, good morning.
Well,
good morning, guys. Yesterday was our hottest day of August so far, and we just get hotter from here. 93 in Oklahoma City yesterday. Kingfisher, you were 99, upper 90s, triple digits. Back to the west, and the winner was Hooker, 107 in the Panhandle, and we just will add a couple of degrees to that today. Here's the view from our Lucky Star Skycam network, our Christensen cam at Memorial and Portland. Starting to see those gorgeous sunrise colors here at 6:02 on your Thursday. 73 degrees, a dew point of 68, and a south wind. Temperatures are running in the upper 70s from Freedom to Woodward, Alva to Enid, and then we've got low 70s and some upper 60s across the southeastern portion of the state. South winds will be strong again today across the west and the northwest. And as you plan your day here, by 10 o'clock, we're in the mid 80s, upper 80s by lunchtime. And then this afternoon, talking 90. So we're warm and breezy out the door. The heat dome, it is driving all of our weather here over the next couple of days. But a little bit of relief from the heat arrives with rain and storm chances. We'll talk about when your 9-day forecast just minutes away.
Well, one person is in custody this morning after an overnight chase ends in southwest Oklahoma City. Police say they tried to pull over a suspect on a stolen motorcycle around 3 o'clock this morning when he drove off. Officers say he was finally taken into custody about 10 minutes later near Southwest 20th and McKinley. Officers say they found bullet casings on him and later found a gun in the area. Some tense moments for Oklahoma City police as their chopper, Air One, has to make a sudden landing in the Remington Park parking lot due to technical difficulties. We're told a light on the instrument panel drew the attention of the pilot. He set it down out of an abundance of caution. Mechanics fixed everything. No one was injured. Well, new developments in a missing and endangered case of a now 5-year-old Metro girl.
Oklahoma City police now have taken over the search for the child. Her name is London Kerr. Our Kylee Dedmon has been following the case and has the update this morning. Kylee?
This has been a case that we've been following for years. I am here at South Sunny Lane Road at Aspen Walk Apartments in the southeast part of Oklahoma City. This is the last known location London was reportedly seen at 3 years ago. More police now saying that they are handing over the investigation. This is the latest photo we have of London Kerr. Take a good look right here. Police say she was last seen in April of 2022 when they believe Ashley Rowland gave her to her meth dealer. OCPD says Rowland and Joshua Ditton have been arrested on complaints related to child physical and sexual abuse. Now, normally, we would not reveal that London is connected to a sexual abuse case. However, investigators hope those facts will help them find her.
We're hoping someone out there will come forward with some pivotal information that will assist us in the case.
Police say London would be almost 6 years old today. Although more police have handed over this investigation, they say finding London safely is their top priority. Reporting in southeast Oklahoma City, Kylee Dedmon, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Just hope this child turns out to be okay. If you know anything about little London Kerr, please contact the Oklahoma Homicide Tip Line. You can also call Crime Stoppers. 235-7300 is that number. All of this information is on our website, news9.com. Murder charges are filed against a man. Police say he stabbed his girlfriend to death last month in the Metro. Oklahoma City police say Kyle Guthrie, seen here, was high on mushrooms when he killed his girlfriend inside their northwest Oklahoma City home. Guthrie has been charged with first-degree murder. He's being held on a $10 million bond.
This morning, we're hearing directly from the Oklahoma Speaker of the House, Kyle Hilbert. He's calling for the investigation into State Superintendent Ryan Walters' office TV to come to an end. Hilbert says he believes that TV was playing a movie called The Protector. It's a 1985 action movie with scenes that match what board members described, say they saw frontal nudity on the screen. Now he says that he's ready to turn the conversation back to education.
We made some overhauls of the past 2 years to our statutes related to reading and getting back to the science of reading. And those are some things that I think are going to move the needle. So in future Wallet Hub reports that you're not seeing us being 50th out of 51st. I hope, moving forward, everybody can work together. And as we try to tackle what we need to do to make education outcomes better in Oklahoma.
So the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office and the State Bureau of Investigation say their investigations are still ongoing into this situation. We've reached out to Superintendent Walters multiple times for comment, asked him to come on to the show and talk with us. So far, we have not heard a response.
Your time now 6:06, a check of traffic this morning, and here's a live look on the Lucky Star Skycam network. We are watching all of the metro interstates and highways, everything looking good there. That top left shot, that's one of our news trackers set up at the Dallas Junction. We are waiting for traffic to pick up, but so far things looking good. We'll check again in the next 10 minutes.
Well, both Oklahoma City-based Task Force 1 teams are now home from Texas, helping with the fallout from the deadly flooding. It's been about 1 month, the July 4th weekend, since those floods killed at least 135 people in central Texas, including dozens of children. Each Metro Task Force team spent about 2 weeks in that area, helping with these search and water rescue efforts.
There was debris scattered everywhere. As far as when you think of a flood and the magnitude of this flood, the river was so forceful that trees toppled over everywhere. It looked more like a tornado debris field than a flood with the amount of water that was coming down the Guadalupe.
Yeah, and so much mud left behind. This was the second year in a row the task force was deployed to help out in Texas for flooding.
Oklahoma's Attorney General Gettner Drummond is leading a multi-state investigation to find out where donations for California wildfire victims went. You might recall this. Back in January, several big artists performed at the Fire Aid Benefit Concert. It raised $100 million for LA. But the AG says recent reports show those funds never made it to the victims. He and 13 other attorneys general are now asking Fire Aid to provide proof those donations were properly spent.
And there is a new study out suggesting that the death toll from those wildfires earlier this year is actually far higher than the official death toll.
News 9's Carl Torp tells us the new findings come as firefighters are trying to control massive wildfires across North America right now.
A little rain helped Canadian firefighters battle a blaze near Vancouver.
We had about 18 drops today, so I'm hoping there's about 18 million more.
More than 750 fires are burning up north, and the smoke is drifting south, creating a hazy morning in Boston, a red sun over New York. Wisconsin has had more than 3 straight weeks of air quality alerts, problem especially for people with lung and heart conditions.
Just pay attention to how your body's feeling, how your lungs are feeling.
The U.S. is battling its own wildfires. The largest, Arizona's Dragon Bravo fire, has been burning for more than a month.
This is going to be a long-term event from a recovery standpoint.
In Central California, the Guilford fire is the state's largest of the year, though it's mostly burning in a remote area of Los Padres National Forest. 2025 began with 2 of the most destructive blazes in the state's history, killing 31 people in Los Angeles County.
Really only scraped the surface of the tragic toll of the LA wildfires.
Now, a new study published in JAMA suggests those fires are responsible for more than 400 additional deaths.
These deaths are not only attributable to the direct effects of the wildfires, but also people living with lung or heart conditions whose disease was exacerbated by smoke or stress, as well as indirect deaths such as from disruptions to health systems and mental health impacts.
Study author Andrew Stokes says the toll may be even higher because those who are on the front lines are at greater risk of disease in the years ahead. Carl Torp, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Now, Oklahoma saw its own string of devastating wildfires back in March. Emergency managers say 4 people were killed in those fires, and more than 500 homes and businesses were destroyed.
Those Canadian wildfires, seeing the results here with a little bit of a hazy start out there.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how that impacts our sunrises and what the sky looks like here?
Yeah, we're seeing it with Megan, and it's also kind of just breathing conditions for people in other parts of the country, Megan.
Yeah, really impacting air quality, the breathing conditions, especially across the Midwest and the north and east, but we have seen some of that wildfire smoke travel here to Oklahoma, mainly across eastern Oklahoma from the fires down in Southern California and in Arizona. Those jet stream winds can make that smoke travel hundreds and thousands of miles. Here's the live look from our Norman camera this morning, lit up with those gorgeous colors. And again, some of that is from the wildfire smoke giving us those beautiful colors. It is 72 degrees, and your hour-by-hour forecast here, we warm it into the upper 80s by about 11 o'clock to lunchtime, into the afternoon 90s. 96 is where we top out today in Oklahoma City. We'll have rain and storm chances and some cooler temperatures headed to Oklahoma. We'll talk about when and where coming up after the break.
Also ahead, an update on the breaking news as a soldier in Georgia opens fire on 5 of his fellow Army men. United Airlines ground stop halts departures for more than 2 hours. Top national stories ahead, and this.
She does not have any remorse whatsoever.
A woman accused of inhaling nitrous oxide in a crash that killed a Norman teen is now headed to trial. What one witness says he saw right before the impact. We're back after this.
Guys, there it is. It's the best stop forecast.
Back, baby.
Things are changing.
Didn't feel right in the summertime without it.
We got Kingfisher going back today. Newcastle went back yesterday. We're starting the back to school process.
Next week, OKC and the rest are really.
And all of them.
Really.
Edmond 1 week from today, right?
Yeah.
Oklahoma City Wednesday.
It's time.
Yeah. So exciting. Well, we got big heat for the kiddos going back to school today. Today is going to be hotter than yesterday was, and then tomorrow will be hotter than today. So the bearer of bad news this morning, unless you are needing one more pool day with your kiddos, then you've got some great pool weather headed our way. This morning we're in the 70s. By 11 o'clock to about noon, we're in the upper 80s, and this afternoon climbing in the mid to upper 90s with more spots in the triple digits than yesterday. Guess what? Heat advisories, they are back for a good portion of Oklahoma. Heat index values 105 to 110 this afternoon. So if you do have plans to be outdoors, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Got a couple of gorgeous sunrise shots for you here. A little bit of traffic mixed in too. If you're headed into Oklahoma City from Norman, good to go there. Look at all the beautiful colors looking off to the north and to the east. Notice we do have some clouds there off on the horizon, and that is because we have thunderstorms that are working their way into far northeastern Oklahoma. A little bit of cloud cover with it as well. All of that stays far from our area, but I'll show you the radar here in just a second. OCCC camera and then our American Fidelity camera. And if you are traveling into downtown from Edmond, Britton to Hefner, looks great there as well. Just be safe as you head out the door this morning. Mentioned this a little bit ago, but there are big fires burning across Canada here over the last several days, also down across Southern California and in portions of Arizona. And all of that wildfire smoke is giving big air quality issues, mainly across the north and east and then across the Midwest. But also it is bringing some smoke into portions of Oklahoma, mainly across eastern Oklahoma. But what's really cool, we've been talking so much about the ridge, how it's over New Mexico today, tomorrow it inches a little closer to Oklahoma. But look at the smoke travel around the ridge, and it starts to then take a more southerly track as it gets down around Oklahoma and farther into Texas. So really cool. The jet stream winds can carry that smoke hundreds and thousands of miles, and some of that has made it into Oklahoma, not giving us huge air quality issues. It's maybe at a moderate category, so it's not great, not terrible. Here's the ridge. Again, it's over New Mexico. There's the clockwise spin, all the sinking air. When you're underneath the ridge, because of the sinking air, it's hard to get a cloud. It's hard to get a shower. Now, on the fringe of the ridge, if you will, that is where it is weaker. So we're on the fringe still. We're not directly underneath it. So it is possible that we get a few showers, and we've seen a few showers and thunderstorms bubble up across portions of southeastern Kansas and far northeastern Oklahoma. Some lightning has come up with that, but very light activity, and the main body of the state stays dry today and in the coming days because of the ridge. Temperatures are running in the 70s. We do have spots kind of in the oranges there in the upper 70s, some low 80s, and winds are strong again today out of the south. The wind has been really great as we've really started to crank it on up, and we're going to have a nice wind with us through the coming days, especially across western Oklahoma. We do have a pattern change headed our way. So today, tomorrow, the ridge is the strongest, and it's the closest to to us. By the time we get Saturday and into Sunday, there's an area of low pressure that swings in from the north. That's going to help weaken the ridge, send it back to the west, and it brings rain and storm chances back to the state. Sunday into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Could linger a little bit longer. We'll watch it. So we're hot for now, but then again, the rain and storm chances come back. And then by the end of next week, the ridge builds back in and we turn hot again. Highs today, 96 in Oklahoma City, triple digits back to the west. It's hot, it's windy, and it's sunny. And then our heat index values 105 to 110. There will be spots that'll be a little lower, a little higher. We could have spots near about 110, and then a slight chance for a few showers and thunderstorms in the northeast and the northwest. Tonight, we fall back into the 70s, and then tomorrow, we kick it up a notch with more widespread triple digits, spots 101, 102, 103. And then on Saturday, we're going to take the edge off of the heat a little bit, just by a couple of degrees as the ridge starts to weaken and move back to the west. And then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday temperatures, they go back down some with rain and storm chances, more clouds building in.
Other headlines this morning, investigators say an active duty soldier opens fire on Fort Stewart in Georgia, injuring 5 of his fellow soldiers. Sergeant Cornelius Radford is in custody this morning. He is believed to have brought a personal handgun on the military base yesterday in Savannah. All 5 service members were identified as Sergeant Radford's co-workers. Those soldiers miraculously are expected to be okay.
The United Airlines ground stop is now lifted at multiple airports across the country. The airline said a technology issue was the reason for the stop last night. It held departures for over 2 hours at some airports. United says the issue has now been resolved.
Apple is expanding its planned investments in the U.S. in response to tariffs. This comes as it shifts its supply chain to American soil. Apple, alongside glass manufacturer Corning, will partner to create 100% of iPhone and Apple Watch glass.
6:21 your time right now. Let's get a check of traffic, see how our roadways are shaping up this morning. Taking a live look across the metro here. The Lucky Star Skycam Network, top left-hand shot. That's from our news tracker, Lex Stanfield. Here's the good news. Things are moving along smoothly so far this morning. No major incidents that are going to slow you down as you head out the door, but we'll keep checking. Had another check of traffic here in about 30 minutes, or 10 minutes. What time is it?
10, 20, 30 minutes,
10, 20,
we got
30.
you covered.
Who knows what time it is?
Hey, we've got a cool story coming up. An Oklahoma girl was one of the richest oil magnates in the world by age 11. The new film about Sarah Rector was actually shot in our own backyard in Okmulgee, where you'll spot familiar scenes. The story behind it, it's all coming up on 9.
All I'm asking is to keep what's mine.
Her name is Sarah Rector, and you're going to be hearing a lot about her.
Well, the upcoming movie, Sarah's Oil, tells the story of an 11-year-old Oklahoma girl who became the nation's youngest millionaire. Sarah Rector is her name. Her land inheritance made her one of the world's richest oil magnates by the year 1913. Goodness, the film was shot in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. It tells how Rector fights to keep her inheritance from greedy oil sharks, and it shows Oklahoma's beautiful landscape.
I'm a big fan of Zachary Levi, who's in the movie, and I think this would be his second time filming here in Oklahoma, because I think he was at Prairie Surf for the Kurt Warner movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So there you go.
So the movie's
I've
coming out.
never heard of this story. I
No,
love
me
this.
either.
Sarah's Oil is what it's called. You looked it up. When's it coming out?
It's coming out in November. They said when she was 11, she was making $300 a day from royalties, which in our time would be about $8,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, so, wow, it's crazy.
By the way, our producer corrected me 3 times. Zachary Levi shot here.
There you go.
Unbreakable Boy as well.
Hey, let's get the outdoor forecast from Megan. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning. The colors are gorgeous in the Oklahoma skies here on your Thursday. Temperatures are in the 70s. We've got a south breeze. Check it out. Sunrise here in about 15 minutes. We're running at 72 degrees at Will Rogers, and today will be hotter than yesterday. We'll warm it to about 96 here in Oklahoma City. We'll talk more about the dangerous heat. How long does it last? It's all coming up.
Missing person cases are oftentimes some of the hardest cases to solve.
Coming up, Metro Police revisit a case involving a missing child and serious abuse allegations. In fact, we'll have the new step investigators are taking in the search for London Kerr, who would be about 5 years old today. There's the most recent picture. It's next.
You're watching watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Good morning, 6:30 on your Thursday morning. Looking at the Devon Tower here on the Lucky Star Skycam Network. Beautiful start to the day as the sun's coming up. And yesterday, actually below average. Could you tell? Could you tell?
Of course, right?
It's all hot. Once you get to this point, today going to be a little bit hotter. We'll talk with Megan here in just a second.
I feel like that's the story. Today is all going to be hot. Tomorrow's going to be a little hotter. So it's kind of that rinse, wash, repeat.
Kingfisher goes back to school today. I think the back to school outfits will involve shorts. Is what it sounds like. Let's check in with Megan Gold. She's in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, Megan.
Hey, guys. Good morning. So we hit 93 degrees in Oklahoma City yesterday. Normal for this time of year is 94. So we were just a degree below that. It was our hottest day of the month so far. I know we're just 6 days in, but we started out our first day of August in the upper 70s. So we had quite a ways to go for the warm up, and we have finally done it. Here's the ridge of high pressure, the heat dome. It is just off to our west, and it will inch just a little bit closer today. It strengthens. It is strongest today and tomorrow, and then it starts to weaken. We'll have rain and storm chances coming back. So just hang tight for another 2 to 3 days. Here's the live look from our American Fidelity camera. Oh my gosh, look how spectacular our sunrise here in just about 5 to 6 minutes. And there are a few thunderstorms ongoing in far northeastern Oklahoma. So that's what you're seeing there with some of those clouds. 72 degrees right now, a south wind. Will be fairly breezy through the day today, especially across northwestern Oklahoma. Some gusts to 30 and 35 will be possible. Coming up, we'll talk about how much hotter we get when the pattern starts to change. Rain and storm chances, 9-day forecast just minutes away.
Headlines right now, Oklahoma City police now taking over the search for a little girl last seen in the metro 3 years ago. Police say little London Kerr, here's the most recent picture of her. London Kerr was last seen in April of 2022. Police tell News 9 they believe her mother, Ashley Rowland, gave the child to her meth dealer. If you have any information on where this little girl could be, London Kerr is her name, please call Crime Stoppers 235-7300. Oklahoma City police say the mother, Rowland, has been arrested on complaints of enabling child abuse. Meanwhile, an acquaintance, Joshua Denton, also now facing multiple complaints, including child abuse.
An Oklahoma wrestling coach is facing charges this morning of inappropriately touching and messaging a high school student where he worked. Sapulpa police say they started investigating Cody Fuller in February when a high school student came forward. Officers say that student did the right thing, and they encourage parents to talk with their children about what to do in these situations.
Explain to them, hey, if you don't feel comfortable coming and talking to me, there are teachers at school, there are counselors at school that you can go and talk to.
Police say Fuller turned himself in. He's now out on bond. He was terminated after the allegations surfaced.
A Metro woman accused of driving high and causing a deadly crash in Norman will head to trial. Police there say Sutton Pets was under the influence of what's called whippets. It's nitrous oxide. That's when police say that she crashed with 18-year-old Maddox Bias in her car last year. Bias was killed. Cooper Emerson, who was also in the car, testified that he saw Pets pass out just before the deadly crash. Pets is scheduled for an arraignment hearing on October 20th. It's scheduled for 9 a.m. Oklahoma City leaders say crime rates among teens are on the rise, especially in the evening. That's why they launched a new initiative to get kids home by 10 p.m. Now, city leaders in Tulsa are taking it a step further with a mandatory 9 p.m. curfew. New data from Tulsa police show the number of crimes reported dropped in July, just a month after the curfew went into effect. And community leaders in both Oklahoma City and Tulsa say it's all about protecting children.
Our children are our most prized possession, and their preservation should never be secondary.
Tulsa's curfew is set to expire in October. As for Oklahoma City, there is a 9 p.m. curfew in effect for Bricktown, and that's for all juveniles.
There was a day way back when the news would start and it'd say it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? We are knowing how the traffic's moving along this morning, and it's looking A-OK all across the metro as we take a look at the major thoroughfares this morning. Buckle up, drive safely. Also watch those school zones. Newcastle schools back in class today, as well as Kingfisher. So just remember, this is a big time of change. School safety has to be top of mind for all drivers.
Well, students are heading back to school, and several metro organizations are helping families prepare for the new school year. This coming Saturday, St. John's Lutheran School in Moore will host a free back-to-school bash. Look at this. They've got free backpacks, school supplies, and students can come have some fun with face painting, even a bounce house. The PTA president, Deborah Hogue, is thankful for all the vendors who stepped in to help.
You can expect everything from superheroes to more PD to fire trucks to, let's see, what else we got? We got soccer shots coming out, and they're going to have an activity table, Goldfish Swim School. We got Kumon that's going to have, it's the entire community coming together for a community event.
Sounds like fun for adults, too. Hey, the Back to School Bash is this Saturday from 4 to 9 p.m. at the school's property in Moore.
Yukon High School is giving back to infant crisis services with its 8th annual Schedule Palooza. It happens today from 7 to 9 p.m. This is all at Yukon High School. Students can go pick up their school schedules, they can tour the school, and help ICS by donating much needed items. This partnership is a way for students to show their commitment to the community and to community service, also to engage with the school. Yukon High School has already donated 17,000 pounds of supplies in past years.
Edmond Public Schools go back 1 week from today, and the district now announcing new pay rates for substitute teachers. Certified substitute teachers will get $95 a day. Non-certified subs will get $85 a day. Substitutes will also receive an extra $20 for every Friday they work. Despite Oklahoma lawmakers banning the use of cell phones, the tablets, and smartwatches in school, concerns about excessive screen time are still growing.
CBS's Bradley Blackburn takes a look at new research that shows too much time on screens could impact their heart health.
Children are spending more time on screens like phones, gaming systems, and other devices. Now new research suggests excessive screen time could be putting their heart health at risk. Dr. Celine Gounder is a CBS News medical contributor.
These researchers found that for every extra hour of screen time, there was an increased risk of obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, even early heart disease. And this is on top of what we've seen in terms of impacts on mental health and attention span.
The study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found the link between screen time and cardiometabolic risk was strongest among kids who slept fewer hours. Dr. Amanda Marma-Perak with Lurie Children's Hospital was not involved in the research.
Another really important finding was it's actually the combination of not getting enough sleep or going to bed too late and using too many screens that can be particularly harmful. So in other words, if a kid's using a lot of screens but goes to bed early and gets plenty of sleep, that might be a little bit of a buffer against the harmful effects of screen use. Whereas if they've got both of those, then they're probably going to be even more impacted in terms of their heart health.
If cutting back on screens feels difficult, Dr. Perak says a good starting point is trying to move screen time earlier in the day and getting kids to bed earlier and to sleep longer.
As kids get older, help the child reflect on how certain types of screen use are affecting their mood and their ability to get things done and how much sleep they're getting, and help them to be a little intentional about it themselves.
And setting kids up for healthy adulthood also begins with parents modeling positive technology and digital media behavior. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Are you a good role model?
I'm not a good role model. That called me out right there.
Yeah, previous research also shows too much screen time can also impact heart health in adults. So modeling behavior can also help us.
It's one of the ways I wind down at night, but I don't know it actually winds me down, is what I'm learning from the screen time research, you know?
The blue light, sometimes they say with screens, is what keeps you awake sometimes.
I know,
so,
like when I just try to put the phone down,
it calls
I'm
your
thinking,
name.
What am I missing? I better get back on it.
Let me get back on my Wordle.
I figured out if I just read a book, that puts me to sleep in about 3 pages.
There you go. Old school.
Megan, for folks going out tonight, or actually going to bed tonight, that'd probably be a good time, right? It's hot.
Yeah, it is hot.
I was getting there.
This afternoon will be hotter than yesterday. We hit 93 degrees, still below normal. I know we've been talking about that this morning. We have yet to have a normal or an above normal temperature day here in Oklahoma City, and that will change today. Here's the live look from our Regency Cam, part of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Our temperatures are running in the low 70s this morning. Got a south breeze is tracking that heat dome. It is in control over the next couple of days, but there's a little bit of heat relief that arrives. We'll talk about wind, rain, and storm chances. Your 9-day forecast coming up after the break.
Coming up, for the first time in a while, real estate experts say it's a buyer's market. Sellers may want to wait. We're talking about it coming up.
All right, I know the Kingfisher kiddos woke up early today, first day of class for Kingfisher.
Ooh, watch the school zones, right?
Yeah, it's a good morning.
It is. Yeah, it's a really
exciting.
pretty start. I mean, I love a good summer morning.
Yeah.
Best part of the day. It's not too hot yet. It is on the kind of warm and humid side out there. We've got a nice breeze. You'll notice that as you step out here on your Thursday. Temperatures yesterday were in the upper 90s. Numerous spots in the triple digits. 105 in Guyman yesterday. Mangum down in southwestern Oklahoma. 101 and 107 in the town of Hooker in the Panhandle. 93 in Oklahoma City and Kingfisher. You were 99 degrees yesterday. We will all bump it up a couple of degrees today and a couple of degrees tomorrow. Again, it's a beautiful start. That was our Regency camera. This is our Christensen cam at Portland and Memorial, and sun coming up right now. So look at the colors. It's spectacular. There are a few thunderstorms in far northeastern Oklahoma. So as we look off to the north and to the east, that is what you're seeing. Otherwise, clear skies. So from 93 yesterday to 96 today, and then tomorrow will be again a couple of degrees hotter than that. Tracking the heat dome. The heat dome is what is in control. It is driving all the big heat, the clear skies, the very minimal rain chances. I'll show you that here in just a second. But for anyone sending the kiddos to school today, by 10 o'clock, we're 84 degrees, upper 80s by noon, and then 90s all afternoon long. And then tomorrow morning, we'll fall back into the 70s. We've got heat advisories. They're back. We haven't had one so far this month. I know we're only about 6 days in, but for August, it's pretty impressive. Our temperatures have been well below normal. Here's the heat dome, the clockwise spin there, the moisture around it. And when you are underneath the heat dome, your temperatures are hottest. You're looking at extremely dry conditions, really hard to get a cloud because of all the sinking air in underneath the heat dome. We're still on the far kind of eastern fringe, not far eastern, but we're on the eastern fringe of it. And on the fringe of the heat dome, it is a little weaker than when you're directly underneath it. So it's possible to get a few showers and thunderstorms to bubble on up. And that's what we're seeing across southeastern Kansas and into far northeastern Oklahoma. Otherwise, we are dry here on your Thursday morning. So the heat dome, it nudges a little closer to Oklahoma. It is closest today and tomorrow. It is strongest today and tomorrow. And by Saturday, we're still hot, but it starts to flatten, to weaken, and go back to the west some. As an area of low pressure, a storm comes in from the north. That will bring additional chances for rain and storms as we go into the back half of the weekend, mainly across northern Oklahoma, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for the main body of the state. Not all that high of a chance, but there is a chance, and we will absolutely take a little bit more moisture. Temperatures are running in the 70s. We've got another day of south gusty winds in northwestern Oklahoma, some gusts to 30, could have a gust to 35 or so. Here in the metro, about 20 to 25 miles per hour. By 10 o'clock, we're in the mid 80s. Again, by lunchtime, about upper 80s under mostly clear skies. And winds will be the strongest this morning through about midday. They'll start to back off some this afternoon, but in the coming days, the given is that we will have a nice wind, and we will absolutely take that. Triple digits back to the west, 105 again in Guyman, 96 here in Oklahoma City, hot and breezy, and our heat index values 105, could have a few spots inch closer to about 110, which is that heat advisory criteria. So the main body of the state is dry today. A slight chance this morning into the afternoon for a few showers and thunderstorms across the north and east and the northwest. And then tonight we'll fall back into the 70s, still a south breeze, and we'll add a couple of degrees to that tomorrow. 102 in Clinton, 102 in Hobart, 98 here in Oklahoma City. And we're not talking any triple digits here at home, but we will feel like it. So that is the main story here. By Saturday, again, we take a couple of degrees off of the heat as the ridge starts to back off some, go back to the west. It'll still be hot. We'll still feel like the triple digits, and we'll more than likely have heat advisories in effect. By Sunday into Monday, we start to track more clouds building in, rain and storm chances. That will cool us off some before we heat back up. Guys, back over to you.
Megan, thank you. Early voting starts today for the August 12th elections. One big thing on the ballot, a potential increase of hotel taxes and more. 22 counties will have elections. We have the full list over on our website, news9.com. You can also find it on the State Election Board's website. Early voting starts at 8 today and Friday.
Well, summer is a popular time to buy a home, and Metro housing experts say buyers now have the upper hand.
As for sellers, it pays to wait. News 9's Elizabeth Fitz joins us with the insight from realtors.
During the years of COVID, it was such an intense seller's market that buyers would go to buy a house. They'd be met with multiple offers. They'd be competing, prices going up, of course. And now is the first time in a long time that buyers actually have a little bit more leverage when it comes to negotiating.
But for sellers like Carrie Rivera, the process has proved more difficult than she had imagined.
We put our house on the market in December of last year, so we're going on like 9 months.
She says the Yukon home is only 4 years old.
And so it's practically brand new, and it has a sprinkler system, a storm shelter, surround sound, a lot of like high-end appliances. And then when you add the neighborhood itself is a newer neighborhood. So there's like a splash pad and a playground. And then in Yukon, having really great schools, being so close to the turnpike and everything, like the location is so perfect. And so you would think it checks all the boxes.
But there are a lot of other houses for sale.
There's a lot of inventory, especially in the bedroom communities like Yukon and Mustang, where there's tons of new homes being built.
At the end of July, we had more houses on the market than we've ever had. It's kind of back to what I would consider to be a normal level, normal being pre-COVID.
Which Whittington with MLS OK says is great for the Metro and anyone looking to buy a home.
There is still a great amount of demand here in our city, and we're growing. People have figured it out that the Midwest is a great place to live, one, but it's also much more cost effective.
Elizabeth Fitz, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Your time now, 6:50. A check of traffic before you head out this morning. Here's a live look. We're loving the sunrise. Goodness. That's the Lucky Star Skycam network. We're watching the roads, and everyone's driving happy so far. So just watching that sunrise on the bottom left camera. It's going to be a great day. Kingfisher heading back to school today. Good luck, Kingfisher.
I think at first there's going to be friction. There's going to be pushback.
No cell phones, no tablets or smart watches allowed during school. That's the new law for Oklahoma students headed back to class. We're talking with teachers about what enforcing that ban would look like. What do the consequences look like? You can see our special report from Amanda Taylor, School Days on Silent. It's tonight at 10.
Welcome back. Coming up on the Coca-Cola Porch today, thoroughbred season at Remington Park is back this Friday. And today at 9, we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at some of the most beautiful horses. Don't miss it right here at 9 a.m.
All right, check this out. Every year, Nationwide holds a contest for the most unusual pet insurance claims, and we highlighted a few. This is Zaya. He was hiking with his mom and dad when a bull charged at them. He jumped in front of the bull to rescue his parents, but he was kicked in the jaw and lost a tooth. But he recovered. How about this one? Wash ate so many cicadas, he had to be put on a special chicken diet for several weeks so he could digest them all. Maddie here, her grandpa's prized, preserved alligator, an alligator mount that he got as a souvenir from Florida, went missing. Where did it go? She ate it.
Maddie.
Yeah, she just ate it right up. Finally, Duke was so excited about getting to lick peanut butter off a spatula that he inhaled the spatula as well.
Oh, that'd be painful.
All of these dogs are okay, but their owners made insurance claims, and Nationwide was like, okay, let's make a contest.
How much would a spatula go for?
How do you inhale the whole thing?
That is something my dog would do. She's obsessed with peanut butter. I think she would eat the entire thing if she could.
I identify with so many of those pet parents.
You've had some crazy things happen. Your dogs have...
My dog ate drywall one time. Took a bite out of the wall.
Out of the wall, yes.
Oh.
I didn't know I could make a claim on it.
Yeah, you're owed some money, Lacie.
Who knows?
Do you have insurance on your dog?
No. I don't think they'd insure me.
I haven't insured Jenna. Maybe I should. Hey, we are hot again today. Heat advisories in effect.
All right, make it a great day. We'll see you back.